Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saeed Ali, spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, those of you who need counselings, the husband, the wife, the auntie, the tanty, the brother, the sister, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, feel free to contact me at 339-1670. For those of you who have properties to sell, you can also contact me. Those of you who are looking for property to buy, you can also contact me. I want to say a special good night to viewers of Real Talk in Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. Those of you that are on our page, Real Talk with Saeed Ali, like and share our page. Those of you on YouTube, TT Real Talk, hit the bell and you will know when we go live. Viewers, encourage your friends and your family to tune into the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. And I must say, thank you very much for making us the #1 program. It is a pleasure to be coming live from Real Talk Studios into your living rooms, your phones, your tablet, your computer, to bring you events that happen throughout the day, things that we need to know, things that we need to be updated with, and it is a pleasure for me, really, to come here every night from Monday to Friday to let you know and to hear what you have to say, because these matters are concerning us. Remember, viewers, our phone lines are open, 237-3135. Let me hear what you have to say. Voice your concerns, voice your matters, drugs in your area, drainage, WASA, whatever it is. This is your platform to highlight it. There is no other platform, there is no other program where you can call in and let the public be aware of what is taking place in your community. Now, viewers, as we start tonight's program, boatload of Venezuelans continue to arrive illegally in the Cedros area, seeking the chance to be registered in Trinidad and Tobago. According to Cedros Councillor Shankar Tilak Singh, as soon as the boat docked along the various illegal port of entry in Trinidad, Southwestern Peninsula, migrants are being transported by bus. By bus, viewers. So which means these buses are parked up there waiting. They are waiting to be transported to the San Fernando registration office to be processed. And the closest place in the south would be the Achievers Banquet Hall. Now, viewers, phone lines are open, 237-3135. Let me hear what you have to say. You see, when you hear Stuart Young made that appeal to the Venezuelans, you sent a message. And this is where I said, you will be sorry for saying those words, because more and more are coming into Trinidad. And what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? They are lining up by the hundreds. And according to the councillor for Cedros, Mr. Tilak Singh, they are coming in by the boatloads. And when they come in, just imagine a bus is waiting there. A bus is waiting there to pick up these illegal immigrants and carry them to the closest point. Achievers Banquet Hall. It is the closest point to the Western Peninsula. Just imagine that. Buses are waiting. They are lining up waiting now for illegal immigrants. And you tell me, I must not come here and inform you, the public? Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Sahid.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Good night. Rowley and the PNM government now want to muzzle people's mouth, so they mustn't go to the Freedom of Information to find out what's going on with them. All the money they thief, they want to cover it up and muzzle people's mouth.
That
Mr.
is an
Sahid, this country going to dogs. Rowley and them bring this country to the knees. Thank you, Mr. Sahid.
Thank you, my friend. And that is something I will be talking about in a short while from now. The Freedom Information Act. I will be touching on that in a short while from now. No, but viewers, I want you to think about this. Just imagine the word out in Venezuela so big. And people in Trinidad here now, they are organizing buses so that when you hear you jump off the boat, you jump on the, on the bus, and you're going straight to a registration center. And what are we doing about it? It is okay. According to our Minister of National Security, it is okay. I wonder when would we know who is who? When would we know which Venezuelan is a murderer or a gun smuggler or a trafficker? When would we know that? When would that, that news be published? When would it happen? Over the weekend, a Venezuelan presented a false passport. Just imagine. He presented a false passport and he was held. Stuart Young said, come in illegal and be registered. Listen to this, eh? And this clown decide you're done here illegally, but you look now to present a false passport. And you looking to get locked up? Call her good night.
Good night, Saeed. Good program, Saeed.
My friend.
Saeed, you're going on right now in Venezuela, as far as I understand, is a terrible sickness going on in Venezuela. And for the past year or two. Because they have no money to buy food, so they don't have money to buy medicine. And Saeed, I understand a lot of the men and women, a lot of venereal diseases, running, they have AIDS, all kind of thing they have. And they have the medicine to see about it, so they're coming down to Trinidad, and they going to the hospital and the health services. They try to get that. But Saeed, people gotta be careful because these people are sick.
Yes.
These men and them who have the nice wife home, they gotta be very careful. If you interfere with these people, you pull in that sickness home, and it's troubling the country. So they gotta be very careful. They're real sick, Saeed. All right, I'll lock on.
Thank you, my friend. No, but you see, the reason why I decided to talk about it is because I want you all to understand it is well organized. It is well organized. We would stay in Trinidad and make our phone calls to Venezuela. They would board their boats. They will come down, and according to the Cedros counselor, as soon as you jump off the boat, you jump on a bus. This is how well organized it is. And this is the point that I am bringing to you. This is the point that I am bringing to you. Now, this is coming from the counselor for Cedros. When we're supposed to have immigrations and army officials and police officers down there waiting to capture these individuals and them, what do we have? We have buses waiting to transport them. This is what we have. This is how well organized it is. And then I must not come here and tell you what is taking place. For some of the clowns. Switching gears a bit, viewers. Tobago is also seeing an influx of Venezuelan, as most Venezuelan that are unable to be registered in Trinidad due to the long lines have gone to Tobago to be registered. Listen to this. Over 221 migrants showed up in Tobago yesterday to be registered. 221 of them left Trinidad and went to Tobago. So I asking you, the viewers, the question, and it also goes to the Minister of National Security, it also goes to the Security Councils, it also goes to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, it also goes to the Immigration Department of Trinidad and Tobago. How many Venezuelans can Trinidad and Tobago accept? Caller, good night. Hello?
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, sir.
Yeah. Concerning this just influx of Venezuelans, this has been going on a long time. A matter of fact, I understand the Coast Guard is totally to be blamed because they are escorting them through the waters and onto land secluded beaches, and they're taking over 2,000 US per boat load, which is over 30 men on a boat, men and women.
2,000.
Same thing in Sagama, so they stop bringing in Sagama, so the Coast Guard also involved. They're charging each boat 300 US, and they bring in 10 passengers. So you see what's going on? That is what's going on right now.
So what you are saying, the boat owners are taking 2,000 US to transport 30 individuals from Trinidad to Tobago. Is he there or he gone? So viewers, you see how news is break? Well, on Real Talk, it is allegedly so, but if that is the information that is coming in, that is the information. But it is sad. How much can we take? How much? Yes, they are having a crisis. We understand that. The repercussion is, how many of us will be out of a job because of cheap labor? Like I said on one of my previous shows, how many of us will be out of a job because of cheap labor? I wonder if I could get a media personnel or a secretary for Real Talk production. Maybe 2 camera guys, audio personnel. I wonder if I could get that. Caller, good night. Hello? This is Trinidad. And this is what is taking place. I don't have a problem with them coming. I don't. But what about the crime level going up? What about the prostitution levels going up? What about the rape situation going up? What about bandits breaking into your house going up? Eh? We are 1.4 million people in Trinidad and Tobago. And the TTPS, Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, has 6,000 officers. And they are trying their best to manage 1.4 million people in Trinidad and Tobago. Now that we have an influx in Trinidad and Tobago, how many millions will come in? Caller, good night. Hello?
Good night.
Go right ahead, my dear.
My contribution is that until it reaches the doorstep, we will take action. When are we going to protest? When are we going to stand up for our rights as citizens? It's not a PNM thing or a UN thing. This is a togetherness we need to stand up for. It is overwhelming Trinidadians. It is reaching a point it's burdening us now. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. We need to get our voices heard out there now. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. The Minister for Health came out and said allegedly said that we have enough medicine. We have citizens in Trinidad going to the hospital and spending nights and days on a chair. In some cases, individual died while waiting for a bed. Caller, good night.
Yeah, but I wouldn't hear him on TV.
You're live on Real Talk, go right ahead.
Hi, good night, Mr. Said.
This is Said, go right ahead.
Yes, sir. Good night, sir. I just want to highlight something, please. I'm a taxi driver from Faizabad.
From Faizabad, okay.
Yeah, Faizabad taxi driver. I'm holding a valid taxi badge. Last week, I parked up on the taxi stand on the Larman taxi stand and just wrote to use a washroom. I'm a diabetic. The police officer come and give me a ticket to $750.
Wow.
I told her I'm a diabetic, I need to use a washroom, I have a valid taxi badge, and she still gave me this ticket. What should I do, sir?
So you were on the taxi stand when you got this ticket?
Yes, sir, yes. I parked on the taxi stand and just about 10 foot away to a bar to use a washroom to urinate.
On the taxi stand and they get a ticket?
Yes, sir.
Wow. But what did the ticket say?
That I failing to occupy a space.
But was there any vehicle in front of you? Was there a space?
No, sir. It had just I was I lined up post on the stand. It had a private to the back of me, and the woman police officer gave me a ticket and let the Pika drive off.
Wow.
Hold off a valid taxi badge and a tariff stating I work from Faizabad to San Fernando.
So there was no space to go forward?
Yes, sir. It had a space. The pickup was in the back of me, was about 3 car lengths to the back.
No, but what I'm trying to understand, now you could get a ticket for failing to move your vehicle, right? What I am trying to establish is, was there any space in front of you to go forward?
No, sir. Where I parked had no space. If I had go forward, I would be on the corner, out of
the taxi stand.
Yes, sir. I was in the taxi stand, within the taxi stand.
Okay. But did you take a photo or anything of the situation?
No, sir. I just told her I will see her in court because I have my diabetic tablets with a take and I need to use a washroom on a regular basis.
Well, my friend, my advice is to you is if you find that you got the ticket and it could have been avoided,
yes, sir.
You could take it to court.
Yes, sir. I just want to call you and ask you for advice. I appreciate that.
Thank you, my friend. Officer Ogoa, they could have eased up the man. But then again, according to him, there were Pikas on the stand, which we do see very often. We see that very often, Pikas packing up on taxi stand, but that is for the police to deal with, not me. Well, good night.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Ali, if you were to ask any ship captain in the world
Audio.
what that Venezuelan waters, they're going to say, no, we cannot go in that Venezuelan waters because we don't be easy across there. But they could come into our waters, not
True.
now, years now, kidnap,
Yes.
murder, and steal everything that we have in Trinidad and Tobago.
Quite
And all
right.
those years till now, none of our government has seen it fit to protect a small island like Trinidad and Tobago. So much a parliamentarian it have, and this island so small, and they cannot govern and protect this island in Trinidad and Tobago. So in other words, they're going to lose the election. So to hell with Trinidad, let the Venezuelan come and take over because we have nothing to lose. Is either the Venice vote for we, and if we have to lose, to ask for that. Let the Venice
Careful
take over
language.
Trinidad and Tobago because Trinidadians is not coming out together. The East Indians watching the person African and the person African watching the East Indian, and nobody are coming out. So let them take it in the tail who don't want to come out, sir.
Thank you, my friend. You see, this is why my job is to come here night after night to inform you what is taking place in Trinidad and to inform you of your rights as a citizen. But some people don't like that. Whether you like it or you don't like it, this is my job now. This is my job. Call a good night.
Hi, good night, Shahidi.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Call boy on the program. Great program.
Thank you.
What I would like to find out, boy, is that
Audio.
These Venezuelans are coming in the country. Are they being fingerprinted? Are they being, you know, when they go to the United States, they stick up your eye, fingerprint and everything. And also, boy, what I would like you to mention to you, I have 2 trucks. I went and passed inspection a couple of months ago, and every day I go back to the licenses authority in Caroni. They're telling me they have no stickers. I pay my $300 and I can't get a sticker. Thank you so much, boy. Good program. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, take a little listen. The Venezuelans are asking the government to extend the registration period because there are too many migrants wanting to be registered in Trinidad and Tobago. Question for you, viewers. Do you think that the government should extend the registration period? 1.4 million people. We open our borders. Whether you're here illegal or whether you're here illegally, come and register. Mr. Stuart Young, you will regret making these statements. You are flooding Trinidad and Tobago with all different type of immigrants, and you want to give them status to work. Call a good night. Hello?
Hello.
Next call. You know how that is? If Donald Trump release a bulletin and saying we are welcoming the Trinidadians or individuals from the Caribbean, let me tell you something. Every island from Trinidad goes straight up to the States will abandon their country. Take what I'm telling you. Call a good night.
Yeah, good night.
Hello?
Good night, Ali. I have a contribution to make.
Go right ahead, sir.
What I'm saying is the opposition leader is not doing anything towards this Venezuelan situation, number one. 2, the Venezuelan, it have local people in this country need houses. They ain't getting none.
Yes.
The Venezuelan probably will get houses, and the locals still suffering for houses. Right? And I want to say the OWTU and Cyril Roger is supposed to get involved with this also too.
Yes.
Right? And this is the thing that what it become a lawlessness in the country with these Venezuelans. It's only when it reach in front of them, then they will feel it. Because these big guys and them is not feeling it because they don't be on the road level like me and the other people.
True.
So this is my contribution right now.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, we are hearing of Venezuelan killing Venezuelan right here in Trinidad now. Right here, we are hearing it now. And what are we doing? What are we doing? The TTPS is struggling to manage 1.4 million people in Trinidad and Tobago, but we have an influx coming in. How are they going to deal with that? How are our TTPS officers are going to talk? What are we going to say to them? When you hold them in some incident, how are we going to talk to them? Eh? How are we dealing with this matter? I hope Trinidadians as myself hold on to your job here now. Because let me tell you something. That greasy pole will have no grease just now. Take what I'm telling all you. How hard it's going to get. When you hear the month reach and you can't pay your bill because you can't find a job, because they don't have Spanish for cheap labor working. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but stay locked on. This is Saeed. This is Real Talk.
Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saeed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saeed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saeed Ali. Get your ad now. Call 1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saeed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saeed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell. Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saeed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saeed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saeed Ali. Get your ad now. Call 1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. You know, it's sad that this is Trinidad. It's small. It's a little dot on the map. We have leaders in authority who have the ability and the power to say enough is enough. Tonight is Mashup Monday, you know. They have the ability, they have the power to say enough is enough. But what are we doing? Are we saying enough is enough? As a minister, as a counselor, as an individual, are we saying that? Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, my friend.
I want you to disguise and go in the hospital and check it out for yourself. How the nurses treating patients there. People had to walk with their own mop bucket and not clean their own ward and they're throwing food there. Not dancing after the patient. No for them, nothing. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad, sad, sad.
Thank you, my friend. Switching gears a bit, viewers. You all would love this one. You all will love this one. Parliament debated a bill to increase the Prime Minister's pension, to increase the judge's salary, to increase the pension of the judges, and also the pension for the president. Let me tell you something. Citizens in Trinidad and Tobago cannot get their back pay. You can't get your NIS. People who worked as contractors for the TTPS, they cannot get their catering money. Retirees cannot get their money. But the bill being debated, so the Prime Minister, the judge, and the President to increase salaries and pension benefit. So you know, the viewers, you know, the citizen, have to dig deep in your pocket. When them just 2 inches into them pocket and taking out, you have to dig deeper. Your whole hand going down, your wrist, everything going down in your pocket. Your pocket might reach by your knee. First you're broken. Thousands of people went home. You know why? The treasury didn't have money. We can't sustain this amount of workforce. But all of a sudden now, you want to raise salary. You want to increase pension. And you know what's the best part about this, viewers? You know what is the best part about this whole thing? At the end of 5 years, if this bill passes, only at the end of 5 years, then and only then you can review this bill. We don't have money. We can't buy medicine. Some contractors can't get the money. Schools cannot be built. Education, we can't get proper beds. We can't get CDAP. But all I want to increase salaries. All you think about that. This is what they're giving to us. Switching gears a bit, but staying. Former HEC worker staged a protest in front of the HEC building once again. And their words to those in authority is, "Where we money gone?" was the words of the former HEC workers as they shared their displeasure with the HEC board because they cannot get the amount of money contracted to them by Mr. Lyons, who originally drawn up the pension plan for them after leaving NHA, National Housing Authority. So just imagine that. Since the NHA days, they cannot get what belongs to them. On the line is Mr. Keith Lewis, a former HDC worker. Good night, sir.
Hello?
Go right ahead. Hello? Yes, Mr. Keith.
Yes, well, I hear in your tone, we're talking about it, and each and tone, well, some of us start from housing, planning housing into NHA. Right? We have 43 years and more service.
Wow.
We retire with a same term and condition to go into HEC, which you went over into HEC. Right? Promise to give a pension in 2 years' time, they allow it to run to 7 years. We take up the matter with them, and in 2012 or 13, they give us part of the chapter from the pension. We're owing us from that time to now. Right? We are the retirees. Pleading 2 months now, we're outside on the pavement, beating the pavement and asking them we getting a rightful pension, because none of us ain't getting a rightful pension. Oh, some getting 800, 700, 1200, and that is how it is right now. So we on the pavement, team to them and so on. They said, Mr. Lyons told us, well, 2 to 3 months' time, that they had a board meeting, and they said the board meeting was successful on our behalf. So 2 to 3 months' time, we will get our money and so on. So I did ask him to give us in writing. So right now we are waiting, still protesting and still waiting. Right? So we'll go on this, because right now the ministers, after the past days, getting their pension. And none of us, as retirees right now, with all that service from NHA into HEC, not getting even 5,000 a month. Right? We're not even getting 3,000 pension from the HEC. So that is what we are asking. The government or in authority of our Prime Minister and in authority to help us, because it's 70, most of us retire at 10 years already.
Yes.
Right? 10 years, and we still have to be on the pavement every day. And we've been used as retirees who work at the Lady Foundation from the NHA into housing and planning in the NHA. Most of them passed away and gone already. Right now, 400 and something retirees, right? Right now, HCCR told us it's only 300 and something. The rest of them gone, right? So, right now, we would like somebody to give us our rightful pension when the month comes. Understand? Because they agree that the pension plan is from $3,000, right? None of us in even $3,000 right now. So that is what we pleading and asking for, because as elders, when we go to the doctors, right, it's from visit is 400 and more. Prescription up to the level. Out of 400 and something, some of them can't even walk. They're on the medication every day. Understand? I am always talking here, I have to go back in surgery. Understand? So we would like someone to hear our plea. You don't understand, we cannot survive over that kind of money.
That's true, that's true. But Mr. Keith,
how things is in this country right now.
How long have you been employed now with from the NHA to the HDC?
Planning housing into NHA into HDC.
How long have you been employed?
I is one of them, and plus it have more, but the rest of them depart. Right? We lay the foundation. We put down you understand, the first block. We bowl the first ball. Understand? And now at this age, we have to come out every day. 2 months now we out there. Understand? 2 months now we out there acting.
And no one came to you all? No one came to you all?
I'm not hearing you.
No one came to you all?
No what?
How long have you been employed now with the NHA, now HDC?
With the HDC?
Yes.
Well, I work about... All my service was in NHA.
NHA, okay.
I worked about 4 years or 5 years with HDC before I was 16, before I retired.
All right.
All my service for the 3 years with into HDC is 43 years. 43
years.
Yeah.
And you have you together with over 400 individuals, former workers, you all have to be marching on the pavement, protesting for your benefits.
Yeah, it's not all of them. Some of us, because all of them cannot come out because they're sick.
I understand.
Some are suffering from sugar pressure, all kind of sickness. So you just have few of us out there ponging every day. Understand? So we are asking for the rest of them who can't come out.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
We like them to get a pension before they depart, because everybody get milk and honey, so we want you to learn milk and honey here too. Understand, to pay with doctor bills and everything, and we have family and everything.
True. Yes.
Yeah, we have children, we have grandchildren.
No, right? I was aware, I was just alerted not too long about the situation, and I have decided to take it up and send my guys outside. Yeah. We interviewed, you are live here on Real Talk. Now the world is listening to you. I have decided to give you that platform, you and your fellow men.
Yeah.
So the world could understand, the viewers of Real Talk could understand that HDC, they are not keeping up to their word. Mr. Lyons supposed to be meeting with you all.
No, up to now.
2 months of protesting, and no one came to you.
You only this man that's come down and give a talk to us and so on in Mr. Jackson. None of us never say, well, we come down and have a meeting with the retirees, talk to them and so on. You understand?
I understand what you're saying.
I spoke to Mr. Lyons because he came downstairs and I saw him, and you understand, that's how I get to speak to him. I spoke to Mr. Dillon. You understand? I spoke to Mr. Dillon about the same situation. Mr. Dillon promised that he will do his best to see us out that evening. Thank him very much. And we are looking forward, Mr. Dillon, I hope you hear me.
I am
looking forward to get your graph event soon.
Mr. Keith, I do thank you for taking time out to talk to us and for the nation to understand what is taking place with the former HDC workers. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Now just imagine that, viewer. 43 years. You dedicate your life to your job for 43 years. And now, at your old age, You have to be beating the sun and beating the rain to be marching on a pavement in front of a government building for what rightly belongs to yours. How does that sound? I remember clearly and boldly our Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, clearly saying on your podium, and he was stamping, "When I work, I want my pay." I wonder now, I am wondering now if he could hear with these two ears. This is what I am wondering now. Caller, good night. Hello?
Hello.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Hi, good night.
Good night.
I would like to voice my opinion. Imagine we reach a stage in this country where people literally have to be begging for their pension and for their money earned over 42 years at the HDC. That could never be right. And then you have these Venezuelans coming in here demanding certain things from the government. How is that fair? That could never be fair. That is very ridiculous. And the government going to promise people, because 5 years coming up next year, will promise we people all kind of things, everything under the book. And then when they promise them and they get back in power again, they're going to turn around and say, sorry, we out of money, we got to take back what we offered you, what we proposed to give you. That is unfair.
Thank you, my dear.
Right.
I wonder if the former party, I am wondering, are they silent because they did not win the general election? I am not picking sides. I am not picking UNC. I am not picking ANR. I am not picking PNM. I am not picking DLP and however party they call again. I am simply wondering if the former ruling party are staying quiet because of their losing the election. This is something I am asking you, the public. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. Go right ahead.
Very good show, Mr. Said. Mr. Said, I saw a while ago when Mr. Lewis, he complained about, they're not getting their stipends and so on and so on. And Mr. Lewis declared that he was working for the AGC for 46 years.
42.
Okay, I understand that clearly. But it's not Mr. Lewis and the AGC alone here. There are other participants, there are other citizens who are complaining that they, like the senior citizens, well, I could go on and on. And they are complaining that they're not getting their stipends or their retirement money and so on. But let me just ask this question to you people. I'm speaking generally. Mr. Said, you're a good kid and I love you. But here it is. I'm speaking generally to the entire citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. Didn't you realize that the PNM has been ruling Trinidad and Tobago for the past 50 years? And we are still in third world complacency? Doesn't that say something to you? How about all the resources that we had in our country? Where did it go? I was reading where somewhere they say the Prime Minister, or someone was contributing and they're saying that the Prime Minister has to have his heart towards the citizens of his country.
Thank you, my friend. Now, if you are switching gears a bit, 250 students at the Lower Morvan Government Primary School are currently being housed at a church on the rock. At a church on the rock in Morva. Reliable source told my camera crew that the government has not been paying the rent needed to house the children of the Lower Morvan School. Just imagine that. You can't open a school. You can't finish a school. Now you can't pay the rent now to house the children. So you tell me, Mr. Minister of Education, what can you do? I want to know. What can you do? This is my question to you. What can you do? What is your portfolio? Huh? What is your portfolio, Mr. Minister? Viewers, we have on the line is the PTA president of the Lower Morva Government Primary School, Ms. Karen Walters. Good night, my dear.
Good night. How are you?
How are you? I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Give us a little information about the condition of the school presently.
Well, currently there is no school. The building was demolished in 2014, just over 5 years ago, and since then nothing has been done with regards to rebuilding the school.
So the children, there is no school?
There is no school. The children are currently housed. There are approximately 250 students, and they are currently housed in one of the levels of the church on the rock. So they are being accommodated there.
Okay. What is the condition of the church presently that you are in?
At the compound where they're at, the compound is separated. It's a small area separated by blackboards and curtains, and it's difficult for learning to take place there because what goes on in one classroom could be heard down the corridor because there is very little separation, and of course it's a small compact area.
How long have you been there with the students?
How long?
How long have the church housed the school?
The church has been housing the school since the school was demolished in 2014. The church is being paid a rent, sorry, let me correct that. The church supposed to be paid a rent
by the government.
For the compound, but of course there are many instances where they had to close their doors because the ministry has not been living up to their end of the bargain and paying the bill.
But have
Sorry, go ahead.
Have the minister or any public official from the Ministry of Education gotten in touch with you?
No, no one has gotten in contact with me. Up to recently, at the beginning of the school term, the school was closed for the first 3 days of the new school term because they had not paid the bill. They also have a commitment to pay the light bill, which is also in arrears. And it is my understanding that part has been paid, and so the church, in their goodwill and their good nature, have allowed them to continue using the property with the expectation that these bills would be paid in full. Subsequent to that, we paid them a visit, a few parents paid them a visit at the Ministry of Education with our placards, and no one has spoken to us. No one has spoken to the PTA with regards what is happening at the school.
Nobody came forward, no minister officials?
No one.
So since 2014, you all have been in this condition?
2014, yes.
Ms. Karen, I do want to thank you for taking the time to talking with us and allowing the public to know what is taking place in the education system in Trinidad and Tobago. I do thank you, my dear.
Thank you very much for having me on air, and thank you very much for the opportunity to express our concern regarding our children. So you have a blessed night.
You are welcome, my dear. So you see, viewers? Oh, and now remember, as on the school topic, remember the boy that was being beaten up. I think it's the Five Rivers, and his mom was here. Am I right, Director? Up to now, nobody, no minister officials, no Children Authority Act, nobody have contacted the parents of that child. Nobody. Come back to me, guys. Not a single person have gotten in touch with the mother. And when I come up here and I present a matter before you, some of you will call and say, Side, where you bring it to the table? Incidents like this are bringing to the table. This is the platform for it. Okay? Nobody from the ministry official. The mother contacted me. Side, nobody have came to me thus far. Thank God for Real Talk. The public knows what is going on, and I lighten up the minister. Slack. I said on national television, you're slack. Schooling is your portfolio. That is your portfolio. You're supposed to see about that. An individual was damaged in school, and you decide to sweep it under the carpet. Where's the child authority? There was not children? Eh? I'm asking a question. Are they not kids? We can't show their face on TV. We go violate. We go expose them. We go damage their identity. All kind of madness. But now the children will help now. Where are you all? Where are you all? Aren't you that dealing with that department? Child Authority of Trinidad and Tobago? A boy was nearly brutalized in school. According to the mother, he is being in and out. And not one official went to them. Like I say, let me tell you something. I didn't come here to mix milk and drink tea with all you know. I come here to light up all you. I come here to let the nation know how slack all is. But all I want to sit down, and all we from the Ministry of Children Authority, and I from Anthony Garcia, and we from the Ministry of Education, and not one bloody hell individual went down and looked for the boy or the parent. Huh? And I mustn't say nothing. You understand? Boy, telling all you. Before we close, viewers, listen this. Lifeguards are protesting health and safety issue at their headquarters, so they have been staying away from their duties at the Maracas Beach. As a result, there was no immediate help for a penal man who drowned on Sunday. Watch how bad thing going. Caller, good night.
How are you?
Hello?
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
Caller from Freeport here. Great job. Mr. Said, you have been fighting for the people. I must say that is a stressful job for you, right? And this extension for registration of the Venezuelans, this is just a plan for, more Venezuelans to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Trinidadians just think, we smart. Well, I think they are ahead of us. Right? It's just a plan. Every week, 8,000-9,000 coming in. Right? And by the way, we have a president. I can't remember, you know.
I
For the
myself.
longest while I haven't heard anything. But raise up pay for what?
Caller, I don't even know if the president functioned in Trinidad, to be honest with you, you know.
I really can't recall. I don't know. I don't think I sleep in. Right? So, anyway, great program. Keep up the good job.
Thank you, my friend. Viewers, we are out of time for tonight. Tomorrow is another day. Our rerun of this program is tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. viewers. I want to thank you for making us number one. See you right here tomorrow night from 7 to 8 p.m. on Synergy TV. Real Talk with Said Ali. Good night.